Checking, looks like we're live. So I am playing a game tonight with all of the factions involved. So this is all 40 factions are available to be selected. That includes the Fire, Ice, and Variable factions from the Fire and Ice expansion, as well as all 14 of the fan factions, that aren't Fire, Ice, or Variable, as well as all the Fire, Ice, and Variable fan factions. So 40 factions to pick from. Of course, only 4 will be in the game. Knowing me, I'm probably just going to put in a vanilla faction into the 3rd seat. We're playing on the base map, so hopefully people will enjoy this. So I'm taking a look at what we've got here, and we've got dual Earth Cult rewards, 1 shipping tile, and relatively low scoring here. There's no extra scoring, so it's not a high scoring game. So dual Earth Cult rewards, not super high scoring. You know what that means? I'm always thinking dwarves. This could be like a good Earth 2 dwarves. Do some stuff here, then maybe Temple for Earth 1, Sanctuary for Water 1, something like that. And then just try to complete some towns and do regular stuff. The downside, of course, is that with Fire and Ice factions in, we have a lot more disruptiveness and unpredictability, and dwarves tend to be a little fragile. So I am a little concerned about how well we're going to fare in terms of getting like all those basic tunnels done with dwarves in the game. This game does slightly suggest up and out a little bit. Early TPs, early Earth Cult rewards means Earth 2 is good. Early TPs also means Earth 2 is good. It suggests building up. And then you have late dwellings and TPs. Like, you still have chances to score late by building out if you're able to get hexes late. CS is saying that they updated, which I think means that it's possible that the fan factions have had some edits made to them. Okay, I guess not. But we believe that some edits are coming down the pipe. The goats, prospectors. So this is brown and gray. So dwarves are out. Let's pick a nice friendly faction here. There's no yellow in the game, so I don't love mermaids in this color wheel. I would prefer to get some blue faction in if I could. Red and yellow are both kind of nasty here. Red doesn't play that great with gray, especially this fragile faction. Green definitely doesn't play well with that. I think black could be fine. And I think that, honestly, with round 2 spades like this and a lot of coins, I think I'm just going to put in darklings. Again, I always like to have at least like a couple like base things in the game so that you can still just gauge how things are. We can start taking a look at how things are going to start now. We know that the prospectors are going in the 1st seat. Very likely the last 3 seats will go worker power, priest, and spade. Wow, it's mermaids. So darklings are sandwiched. This is This is very interesting. I'm very happy with this color wheel. None of the I'm very happy with this color wheel because none of the fire and ice like volcano, etc. factions are in the game. We have early bids on the prospectors, which I like because prospectors are here. I think that the right move for prospectors might be the 4 coins in cult step. The worst faction here is probably mermaids. The ship scoring tile isn't in the game. And there's no natural neighbor for them out here in the west where they really want to be. So I think that mermaids are in a fair bit of trouble in terms of neighbors and towns. Darklings are also a little bit awkward here because they don't have great opportunities to so Gray is in the game, which will help them here, but the sandwich is pretty tough on them in the center. A good shipping goats should be able to beat them to C2, and then they might lose their center town if they start on E5. But if we can convince this player to play ball and just bid mermaids, then I'd be happy to play a short auction game. This is not the most competitive bid, but okay, they bid on the goats. Fine. So I'm probably going to bid on the goats next. CS likes the prospectors. I very much like prospectors here. The spade that you get from here, bumping this, is going to get you. That's going to get you a priest, which can go to either air or air or earth. Matt the Lesser obviously had an incredible prospectors game. I don't think that I streamed that one. It was probably turn based, but he took an early 2-key town as prospectors, and it was very neat. I'm looking here, and I think that mermaids probably want to start with the spade. Darklings will take either worker power or the priest. That means that goats are getting... Well, Darklings should probably take the priest because the goats really want the priest. That's like an amazing tile for them. So it's going to go spade, priest, worker power, which leaves this for prospectors. So how are you opening as goats? I think that they still only have 4 power starting here, which is really lame. They're going to get 2 power from the upgrade here. The question is, are prospectors going to upgrade first, or are they just going to aggressively dig D4? That could be really awkward for our gray friends here. I'm also wondering if it makes sense for anyone to for mermaids to if mermaids start E4 for anyone to try to play over here. I think the answer is probably no. With gray in the game, it just makes too much sense to play over here in the east for both brown and black. But I am more willing to play prospectors and goats than I am to play mermaids. But everyone else is also agreeing with that, so the bidding is fairly clear there. I'm bummed out about this mermaids pick. If I had known that they were going to be picked, I probably might have just put in nomads. Because nomads would be nice, you know? Mermaids and nomads are always having fun with each other, and then prospectors and goats can have fun over here in the east. That's a very nice and balanced color wheel, I think. As is, I think mermaids are kind of left in the dust a little bit. So if prospectors upgrade with their first action, or if they dig a hex next to goats, then goats can open with a single dig. That's probably not as good as just taking a priest for them. They do start with steps on the earth track, so if they could buy a priest and then send it to earth, that would be pretty neat. But if I were Darklings and I saw goats get a priest, then I would probably just first action priest to earth, just to be a jerk. So the game plan as darklings here, I guess, is probably just regular darkling stuff. I'd probably open Earth 2, try to take a coins action in round 1, try to get the Sanctuary up in round 2, and then just do regular darklings things. Darklings are not guaranteed to get amazing leech if they start E5, which isn't great. As I said, they have awkwardness with towns. And I guess there's a world where even if prospectors cut off goats here, that they ship up here and beat you to B3. That's also not great. Mermaids in the game will compete for that shipping tile as well. There's no temp ship, which is awkward. I don't know. Darklings don't have an amazing game here. It would be nice if you could figure out like where you could start in a second spot that isn't so heavily contested, but I mean, with an unknown player in the game, like it is possible that the Mermaids player will just do something silly and then we're in luck and we can just start E5 and they don't even start E4. You can just build up through here. There's also, of course, double east for darklings, but I think that's very kind to prospectors, and I think that in this matchup you're going to want to be able to expand more than that. Just bring them down to 35. I think they're still good. I think I would play either of these guys, any of these guys, like almost 10 points below mermaids, honestly. I would love to see darklings hit 30. Then I would bid prospectors down to 30. I would bid goats down to 30. Yeah, I'm definitely ready to bid prospectors here. I do hope that I get a chance to. CS bidding darklings a little interesting. The goats game plan. I think it is by a priest on round 1. Yeah, I think you do want the priest in round 1 as goats. And then once you buy that, darklings might send priest to earth. You just convert that priest for resources. Try to build up a little bit. Let's see if we can bid these guys down until our opponents take mermaids. That's my ideal here. So prospectors will start with 15 coins, same as everyone else. We're going to want 3 to build our TP, and then maybe 2 dwellings worth. We're going to have 5 workers to start the game, so TP 3 dwellings is kind of a typical start. So TP 3 dwellings in terms of structures is 1, 2, 3 for the TP plus 4 for the dwellings, or plus 6 for the dwellings. So that's 9 spoken for there. We're gonna have 15 plus 4. So that's 19. So that leaves us with 10 coins left over. I would ideally like to make 4 digs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the digs that I would want to get. Looks like D4 is probably not happening in that case. At most, we would be able to get like 3 digs. I guess it's not that imperative to get out of another dwelling because TP 2 dwellings is just as good in terms of worker income. So maybe securing D4 F3 or like D4 F, yeah, D4 G4 or something is enough. Then if you get a coins action, you can go for F3 or something. I just really don't like Mermaid's game here very much. I just don't think they have a lot going for them. By the way, I feel like this is too much. I think that darklings are better, but I'm curious. I do want to play the prospectors, and I don't want to play the mermaids here. I mean, they're probably completely fine. Like, it's probably what, just temple for fire 1. Take these guys. Okay, cool. No idea how this is going to go. Darklings, I'm assuming, are just E5, G5 here. I think that's probably just the safest and best for them. It also would bother me the most, which I think is something that they want to do, considering that I'm their top-rated opponent. Yep, G5 is was expected there. They're going to delay their decision on E5, depending on what mermaids do, I suppose. But I think that I have to start F5. I do wonder if darklings might try something aggressive on me. If they did, then it would probably be G4. So maybe I start by taking G4. That would increase my leech from here as well, which would be nice. First gap happens when you have 4 dwellings on the board. Quick check. Why is mermaids taking so long? I feel like they should really be faster. Well, their second dwelling is tough. I mean, I feel like D5 is a no-brainer. That's why I'm complaining. But that reminds me, we like to let's try to get our custom layout going. I tinkered around with this again. Uh-oh. Was a little too aggressive doing that. Always risky to do that on a stream. Okay. So, choose file. Apologies for my distractions. CS is thinking this one through. Oh, well, this is okay. He places B5. Okay, so there's no pressure here in the center at all for me. That's great. I don't need to worry about making expensive digs. I should be able to just play my game. By the way, for anyone watching, let me know if this looks how you like the way that this thing looks. We're going to put the game logs below the player panels. And this will give us a little more space. So we should be able to see all the faction boards. Now, you can't read them quite as easily, which might be a bit of an issue. But that said, like, you can't even see them generally, normally. I'm probably going to do a few, like, zoom-ins if I need to, like, figure out exactly what the income is on things. Because, for example, like, I didn't know that this prospector stronghold was so expensive, or that this sanctuary was so expensive. I'm probably going to put those off for a while. This is just mermaids. We know what mermaids are. The goats start with fire too, and they have expensive dwellings, but the rest of their structures are pretty normal, other than that they have 5 power priests, and this is just darklings over here. So we're in the pastile game right now. It looks like things have gone expected so far. I expect the worker power to go next, and I'm going to want the 4 coins of the cult stack. Let's see if we do. One more second while I adjust some stuff. I don't want these like adjustment borders to show up, so I will not display manipulators. Yeah, now it just looks like a solid. Well, god damn it. That really sucks, and I don't think that that was good for the goats either. That they did this. I think that that was a mistake from them. I think worker power is just better. They want that priest income, but whatever. This sucks. It's not like the end of the world or anything, but it's definitely worse than the alternative. I'm pretty sure that darklings will upgrade here. The question is, will they take G4? I might as well just secure G4 now. I really don't like that take from the goats. I don't know if they were trying to block me or if they were just making a mistake. This has me tempted to temple for Earth 1, but I think I should not do that. I should just stick with TPs. They're just more efficient structures for us. Now the question is, should I give Goats Leech or should I give Darklings Leech? I think that common wisdom suggests don't give Darklings Leech for any reason. And who am I to go against common wisdom? If I dig D4 here, that would use up 10 coins, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would still leave me enough to make a TP. And I don't need to make another dwelling after that. So I think that my plan is to dig D4, then grab the coins action. Because this actually gets me good leech as well from mermaids here. The only question is, if I dig D4, does that actually help darklings a lot? Because then, no, that can't possibly be helping darklings. This can only be hurting darklings, if anything. The other question is, if I do that, am I just like seeing my tempo down here, which I would actually really like. I would actually really like to get down through here as well. F3 is good, but like G2 is also quite good. Goats probably single dig F4, and then they have tempo on G2 if I take D4. So like, what does this hex actually get me? It gets me a little leech. It hurts the goats a little bit, but it might also hurt me long term. I think I'd like for my third town to be up here. let's just do this. We have the unique ability to get a lot of coins this game, or to do a lot of digging as prospectors, and I find that pretty attractive and cool. So getting an extra point of leech from here and from here can't be too bad. If I'm darklings, probably I'm templing here. I'm buying the workers, and then I'm digging through these two hexes to get closer to A7. So in that case, maybe I'm only two-towning, or I'm coming over here and neighboring mermaids. Actually, likely I'm probably going to neighbor mermaids for my third town. And I do think I want 3 towns this game. Goats should probably take Earth too. They have the cult step, so I think that getting up to here and then cult stepping up to 4 is the right move. They can buy a priest or try, and then they can just try to pass for the double spade. Actually, they don't even need the double spade, right? They can, yeah. So I think that what I want is I want to bridge town through these hexes. I don't want to triple dig this and then I still lose H7 to darklings. I don't want to. I don't think I can get this hex, though that would be pretty neat. It is Earth 1, so this is garbage from the goats. I'm very disappointed. I really wish they hadn't taken that pass tile. I mean, they have no reason not to, I suppose. Like, other than the fact that they could have used this worker quite a bit. Or I guess they can't use it right now. It's not like they could build more, but they could have done the double spade that way. Honestly, it looks like they might get the double spade anyway. So I guess it's fine. Darklings could take the coins now. That would hurt me a bit. They put a priest to Earth. That makes a fair amount of sense. Actually, if I were goats and I were in this spot, which I didn't think that I should have been in, I'd probably try to go double temple here. So prospectors or mermaids have dug this hex up here with their spade. They still have enough to double spade, so that's pretty cool. We want to secure our coins. The coins are just good. Yeah, coins are good. Goat's trying to figure out what to do. I don't know if they have a plan. They just use their cult step, fine. I suspect that at some point they might buy the priest and then just double temple. Like, I guess I have no like actual insight into what they're thinking, but I would probably just temple for Earth 2 at this point if I were the goats. Grab the priest power action and then build this. Darklings are just getting furiously denied leech, which I love at the moment, but that could all change very quickly if this does happen. There's a small question of when are we going to get priest production. We're going to get coin production going with this TP, so I can get spades. But I do need a priest at some point, so to advance shipping. If I really do think that this stuff is going to be a town, though, there is a case for me just buying the bridge now. I can make this into a TP, then start bridging through here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 coins to build these. 12 plus 6. So 18 coins total is needed for this. We'll see what tile I can pass on to. I might be buying a bridge this round. This game has somehow already been going on for 30 minutes. I guess it was like a fairly long auction. But I gotta say I'm a little surprised here. I just expected this to... I just look at the 30-minute marker and I'm thinking like, really? This mermaids player is playing really slowly. They finally decided to make a temple. I feel like a temple is fairly obvious. I don't know if they were like considering whether to pass fast or not. I do think that passing fast is in their interest. It would be pretty sick if they dug A8 away from darklings. That would just like massively hamper them. And they have the opportunity to pass early and just take the double spade next round. Like they have the opportunity to pass and take double spade next round. Darklings have given up the opportunity to build these hexes this round, so mermaids digging like this and A8 C1 would be pretty filthy in this round. They did just take Earth 1, which is fairly boring to me. Darklings took Earth 2, so they're going to be able to Sanctuary next round. Yeah, why not just hang this bridge here? This accelerates my town. I think I kind of want to be in this round a little longer anyway. It does look like the goats could have a potentially long round. Yep, they do take the priest. Unfortunately, that could mean that they're aiming for double temple, which would feed darklings a lot of leech. Darklings go all the way up to cult, so they might be cult digging B4 to black. No, that would be dangerous against mermaids. I think that B4 to brown and G6 to black probably makes more sense. This is pretty cool though. Locking up the Earth cult like this as darklings is fun. If I'm them, I'm probably passing for worker power next then. Okay, gotta decide where my TP goes. Here accelerates my town the best. And yet I'm tempted to do it in the center where I don't think that goats know what they're doing. I do think that F5 will also get built. So if I do upgrade here in the east, then I'm likely to upgrade F5. And I think that that's a decent hedge. Like, sure, it gives Darkling some leech, but if I upgrade to F5 and the goats go double temple, then at least I'll get leech here as well. And again, this accelerates my first town, which could be important. Don't know if I'm taking the 2-key town. I'm probably not. I'm probably just taking a priest town or a ship town. Because it will take me quite a while to get actual priest production going. I would like to get Darkling's priest, I think. Actually, no, this spade is better, right? Because it comes with 2 coins as well. Darklings could pass for the spade now. Probably should pass for the spade now. Why did they take... CS probably stepped away. He just took like over 30 seconds to accept leech. Yeah, it's a very, very strong... Like, this should be quite strong for Darklings. Getting to step 8 here. Earth 2. They'll take Earth 1 next round. Yep, it does look like it's going to be double temple, so I am glad that we built this TP here. We're able to absorb some of the same leech that darklings have been getting. Darklings probably just buy the workers now. Nope, they pass. They'll buy workers next round. They probably deny the priest. Sounds fine. 4 coins and priest, both are very good for me. So the question is, which one am I more interested in? Probably the answer is I am more interested in the 4 coins. So in that case, I could slow play this. Let's see. Let's do this. Oh, goats are going to get this priest. That's actually pretty cool. The dynion geifr getting the priest is really, really nice for them. They'd have 2 priests for next round. They have Earth 1. I mean, it all looks quite good. We're not going to get Earth 1 this game, so we are going to need to figure out when we want Water 1 and Air 1. We're going to hit these tiles pretty hard. I think that getting onto this TP pass tile for round 3 would be pretty huge for us. Yeah, we don't have Earth 1. We also don't have any cult game going. So life is pretty awkward for us. So yeah, we are going to need to try to hit this TP round. We're going to try to get Water 1. We're going to try to build our Sanctuary or Stronghold here. We're going to need a lot of stuff to go our way. CS looks a little gun shy. I think that G6 B4 is the right combo here. Let's see if our opponents agree. I like mermaids digging A8 if they can with the double spade, as I've mentioned. I will buy the coins if I get the chance, but I expect that CS will probably go coins and then workers. That's probably just a better path. He puts both here, which is interesting. I think that this is an active cowardice. Probably wants B4. So, okay, my first action might be digging F3. Actually, should I just take Earth 1 here? I could just take Earth 1. Bump myself up on the Earth track. And then passing for either of these guys is pretty good. So mermaids have a chance to double spade. Probably should. Again, I would love A8 C1. I probably will need to pay for a lot of shipping this game, it's looking like. I'm really specifically not a big fan of this H7 alt spade. Because like this is going to be a gigantic town anyway. But it's fine. Darklings might not go for the sanctuary here. Like looking at it more and more, I suspect that they might not go for a sanctuary. No, they gotta go for a sanctuary. Like it comes with Earth 1 too. It just seems good. But it is like a spade round, so like they could just go around building a lot of dwellings. They could build out a town here. They could build out 5 dwellings this round if they take the workers and coins. They have a spade in hand. That would be pretty cool. It would be an unusual plan. I'm not convinced that it's that good. But it can't be that bad. It takes B3 in C1, which is extremely kind to Darklings. Taking A7 would effectively end Darklings' Western expansion. This is considerably worse for me. I had been talking about wanting to get up here for a town, and that dream is dead. So it does look like I might have to come through here if I do want a third town. Which again, seems pretty likely to me that I will. Since I don't have a lot of other ways to score. Coins go, as expected. Goats should build F4 here, and then spade G2 when they get another chance. Darklings are going to buy workers. I could punish Darklings by taking Earth 1 is what I was saying. I think that might be what I do here. I think I might go Earth 1, TP, dwelling, and then I'm ready to town very quickly. Yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, I like that especially because it gets me in good position. Like, it bumps me up on the Earth cult as well. I don't really have much else to do, so let's go with that. If Darklings do Sanctuary this round, which this probably makes it less likely that they do, then I also avoid giving them extra leech for that, so that's cool. I don't have the workers to both TP and dwelling here. Let's bump ourselves up the Earth track, and then just pass, I think. I don't think that anyone else is passing just yet. Mermaids have 2 actions. So yeah, my next action is bump up the Earth track, and then I'm passing for this TP tile and a coins action. We'll go TP. Next round we can go TP, dwelling, dwelling. TP, TP. Okay, maybe it's TP, dwelling, dwelling, TP. I don't think I have the workers to do more than that. But I do want this bump. I'm going to be a greedy son of a gun and do it. It's 2 power and a coin. So it's like 2 coins. I don't know. That might be a little too greedy, but honestly, I don't think that anyone should pass here. CS did buy the workers, so he's got at least 2 more actions. Like he's not just passing after using 1 spade here. Mermaids have a lot of points. Mermaids are going to pass soon. They're going to pass onto this tile, which is very good. And there's a lot of coins in the game, so people with scoring favors and good worker production and stuff are going to be able to do some cool stuff. Yeah, I got some leech. That was cool. Goats should be able to build all the spades are gone, but do I want this hex? Let's not get distracted. Let's focus on the stuff that we know that we want to do. This definitely goes here. And we want this. Okay. We're ready to pass. We're talking about taking this. I believe that still applies. So 3. Next round, I think it's 3 dwellings, 2 TPs. I8, I7, TP, take a town, F3, TP on F3, and then we should be able to grab E5 for our second town, for our other town needs, and then we'll try to carve a third town through here, which will help mermaids out quite a bit, but we can't just not help anyone ever, sadly, even though I'd love to do that. It's a game of leech. I also would really love it if my opponents played just a little faster. I just keep like eyeing the clock, and we're at the 45-minute mark, and it's like we're arguably less than halfway into round 2. Yes, build your dwellings with Earth 1. We all approve of that. Maybe mermaids are trying to figure out their passing tempo, because they could have put a priest to water there, which would have been nice, but they didn't. I'm wondering about that priest town that I was talking about. I'm not convinced that that's the town that we're taking anymore. Okay, this doesn't look like sanctuary at all. This looks like it's going to be a town. Or it just might be securing these hexes. Yeah, I think it might be securing these hexes over here and building these 2 dwellings. So CS is going to have an absolutely booming economy. He's going to be producing 8 workers and 8 coins next round. That's really sick. I love that. Love that for him. Though he has a neighbor issue here. Mermaids conspicuously didn't build C4, which is pretty hilarious to me. Okay, cool. We're going to open this round with a 7 coins power action. We'll have 25 coins, and then it's off to the races. We'll see how it goes. Though maybe I should look at who actually wants coins. I don't think that the goats will want coins. Is it possible for me to take F3, put pressure on the goats? They'll have to secure G2. Darklings obviously aren't taking coins. Mermaids don't have a leech for coins. Yeah, I can beat goats to F3. Like I can grab F3 first. That puts pressure on the goats to build G2. I get a little bit of leech, and then I come down through here. And then I take the coins on the wheel, and I come down through here. I think that should be fine. I think I'm also slightly tempted to just build 3 TPs next round and no dwellings. I don't think that goats are taking the and only 1 dwelling, which is F3. It's a TP round, and I'm on the TP tile. And I'm the prospectors, so I want lots of TPs anyway. So getting 3 TPs up next round might not be the worst idea in the world. I'll be a little worker short, but then I'll just dig my way to a town in the following round. I am a little sad that my temple is over here now. I think that over here would have been a bit better. Give less leech to darklings, but also I just have stuff over here. CS, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. You can play faster than this. You're playing darklings. He's trying to figure out if building the sanctuary is correct, but after taking this priest, I think they just got to go all in on your jank. Yeah. Just go all in on your jank. He's trying to figure out if it's correct to town here. It's not obvious to me whether towning here is better or if building these guys are better. It's a lot of points in hand, though. This spade round is going to be 3 digs plus 2 priests is 10 points. Sorry, that's 6 plus 4. Yeah, it's 10 points of just digging. Big round for darklings. And then, I mean, they're always going to be able to get water 1 before I can. I don't have the economy for water 1. Can I stronghold this round? Probably not. I probably don't have the workers to do that at that point. It's a fun idea. I guess that also depends on my opponents actually being able to build TPs next round. We'll see if they actually do. There's a pretty high chance that my opponents won't want to, other than CS. The stronghold, by the way, makes our digs cheaper by 1. Yeah, okay. So the CS is going to build up through here. I approve of that. Yeah, and probably secure A7 as well. Oh, okay. This is better because you get to build more dwellings, more TP spots. That's what this is. More spots for TPs. Build E10. Goats awkwardly can't take that much leech, so they'll take this 2 for 1, but they can't take E10's leech. I'm going to assert that goats refuse to... Yeah. So after this, my plan is to build 3 TPs. That would bring me down to 3 worker income. If I dig these 2 hexes, I still have... So then the following round I could dig 1, 2, 3 hexes. Town. The priest town. It's a little iffy to build that tall. What if I take a worker town here? What if I buy the coins? Like, obviously I'm getting the coins. Yeah, if I build these 2 dwellings, then I'll have 4 workers left. But then I could take a workers town and then build two TPs up here. That might be a decent way to do it. Because then I would have... We're talking about building... Then I would have 4 worker income, which is a bit better. Yeah, it's just a little better to have 4 worker income, and then I could build a stronghold next round pretty happily still, which would be pretty fun. Again, we'll decide like what has to happen there later. Probably a TP here is still good. Whoa, this tile is still open, but I don't think I can effectively use that, so I should probably put it out of mind for the moment. What did the goats do? Oh, they single dug. Okay, that's fine. If I'm goats, I'm probably double spading next. Okay, CS is coming after water 1. That makes a lot of sense. I would like some coins. Thank you. Yeah, I think I kind of like the TP 2 dwellings, 2 TPs line. Another plus side is it could have me making a fast round, and then I could pass back onto this TP tile. Maybe. There's water 1. It's fine. I'll give you some leech. Can't play this whole game without giving anyone leech. So darklings will make 2 TPs here, I guess. Yeah, I think 2 TPs in a dwelling here could be okay. They don't have enough in the north to get a neighbor right now, unless mermaids are randomly kind to them, which I really hope that they aren't, but I suppose that they could be. If I'm goats, I'm probably advancing shipping, then double digging D7, G3. Close this round. Yeah, my opponents have a lot of points, and they have scoring favors. Don't feel great, but at the same time, I also don't feel great because I'm just sitting here and staring and watching their games instead of playing my own. There's a priest town. Didn't necessarily expect like a high VP town so early. That's pretty interesting. I feel like this probably should just be a pass now from darklings. They don't need to make this TP anymore, but I also don't think that it's bad for them to like make a TP or anything. So we'll see. So what do we need to do this game? We need to win network. We need towns. We're not going to do well in the cults, so we might want a cult town here or there. Like, to me it does... Oh, here's a 2-key town, likely. Darklings might just close Earth, but still, this is cool from the goats. Goats are being able to 3-town here, aren't they? I need to... Yeah, they're going to advance ship and get to G1. I'm not gonna be able to make this town. That's a problem. Maybe I make this southwest town? I can probably get goats as a neighbor on G1. Awkward. Hope that works out. So how does our production look up here? So production up here. Okay, so the 4th TP is worthless. Even the 3rd TP is not nearly as good. So maybe it's not worth taking a workers town because I can build a dwelling and a TP, and then are there gaps? Yeah, there's a further gap. So 1 dwelling, 1 TP seems like what I actually want here. If I can go 1 dwelling, 1 TP, that's all the workers that I need. And then I take a priest town probably, right? That's what I take? Yeah, so CS goes ahead and builds another TP. It's disgusting, and I'm loving it. In that case, I don't need my town yet, so... Or I could take a ship town instead. Goats are acting a little slow right now, so I'm going to probe them by building this TP for now. We'll see if they actually advance ship. So if they don't advance ship, then maybe we can pull a fast one on them. And goats indeed put a priest onto the air track. They should advance their ship still, but they haven't yet, so I'm eyeing e5 a lot because e5 is a hex that lets me ship quickly to d3. Like if I get to d3 before goats get to g1, then I'm the one who's going to be making this town. And that would be huge for me. It's too bad temp ship isn't in the game, of course. CS might be thinking of stalling for my tile. Okay, yeah, closing that cult feels like it wasn't strictly necessary. So I do need to make a decision now, which is, I think I might dig this guy to brown, but not build it yet. I want to see if my opponents are going to show their hands. There's like no bad tiles for me here. Priest, spade, and this tile are all good for me, so. Does mean that I'm kind of looking at taking a ship town, which is pretty underwhelming. But I think I can live with that slight amount of underwhelmingness. Wow, yeah, okay. Goats doing that is a good sign that they don't seem to be racing me. They don't seem to be as desperate about this as I am, which is good news for me. Fine, then I'm securing e5 then. Darklings grab a 3 spot on a cult. That seems good. I mean, Darklings are reading the room correctly, which is that I have no priest production. I'm not really contesting them very hard on cults here. Okay, how is this pass situation going to go down? Darklings got themselves enough leech to take a coins action. That's what's going to happen at the outset of next round. I want to build a dwelling. So if I build this dwelling, then I get myself a town. If I build this dwelling, then I get myself closer to D3, but I still need shipping. Okay, let's do this. I don't feel great about this, but I think that my plan is build this hex, take a priest town, advance shipping, D3, E3 next round. it'll take a lot to get it all done, so I'm not entirely convinced that it's happening, but here's a TP from goats. They really don't seem to be eyeing this at all, so this bridge is really bad. That bridge does them nothing because they can totally just town through these 4 hexes. You should never need a 5 hex town. This might be a stronghold coming. So CS is still in the round. That means I'm getting a coins action next round. Like that's pretty sweet. I also actually have enough stuff that I can build I7 now and take that ship town that I was talking about. Like I can turn this into a worker. But that seems very, very expensive. Do something I'm really not that interested in. I pass for the priest. I can begin by advancing ship next round. Goats are not going to advance ship. So if my first action is advance ship, goat's action is to advance ship. Then I ship. Then I dig. Then I dig again. Then I should be good to go. And in fact, I'm going to sneak a coins action. And actually, mermaids are taking coins, aren't they? No, mermaids might take spades. Mermaids might take spades, and I'm taking this 6 coins thing. So I'm going to believe in my opponents being bad. That might be a little optimistic, but that's my dream. My dream is that my opponents are bad. And this does mean that I'm not building a big building next round. I might temple for Air 1 in round 5 along with building this stuff. I will take Water 1 if it's still there in round 5, but I suspect it won't be. CS looks like he's disconnected. So yeah, we have now passed the hour and 7-minute mark of the stream, and we are less than halfway through like the 6 rounds. Again, we had a lengthy auction, but this is not what I was hoping for. Darklings here are deciding between the priest and the spade. The TP tile, my bad. That's fine. Goats just need to make a move. Need to make a move, buddy. Come on. You got this. We believe in you. Darklings, if they want to 3-town, can try to town through these hexes over here. It's a lot of digs. The bigger issue might be lack of neighbors. I think that a 2-town Darklings game is probably fine here. They're never going to beat me through here. Like they could. I think that this might be a bridge too far to try to get a town through these hexes. That might be a few too many digs for Darklings because they need shipping as well as digging like on every single one of those hexes. And plus I can just step on B2 whenever they get a little too feisty. So I think that like a mega dwelling town here is likely, and then just this mega town over here. Dwellings and TPs in the final rounds are really nice for Darklings to score on. So yeah, I'm gonna say goats, you don't believe in the power of shipping. You would rather just build your free hexes. So I am going to greet this coins action if I get it, and if not, I will just advance my ship with the first action and then do D3, E3, E2. Come on, mermaids. Take the spades. You love spades. They take the coins. That was good. I'm impressed. First time touching our faction board. Ooh, I don't have any priests. Well, that's awkward. Okay, fine. Let's get ourselves some priests. Quick check. I want these 2 hexes. This is 6 coins to get this guy. And this is 8 coins to get this guy. Or this is 10 coins to get this guy. So I need 16 coins plus my ship advance. So that's 6 plus 10. That's 16. I need 20 coins. I have 20 coins. So I'm going to take the priest town. I want points. Points make us happy. Oh. I awkwardly am very short on dwellings, so need to do a little bit of thinking there. Okay. Because I'm out of dwellings, like, building D3, E3 might not be the best thing I can do here. The best thing I can do might be to keep assuming that our goat friends are bad and build a temple for water 1 plus a TP. Then we get our priest production actually going. And then we still advance our ship, but then we do temple TP instead of building D3, E3. Maybe we can get on D3 anyway. And then we're ready to go through here. I think that might be the play. We should be able to get down everything other than our big buildings this game. Yeah, because we built out so many of our dwellings, I think that templing for water 1 makes a lot of sense right now. So temple for water 1, TP, ship advance. That should be 8 plus 3 is 12. 8 plus 3, 5 plus 3 is 8. This might be fire too. I guess it could be water 1. Why don't you show me? Oh, this could be a stronghold actually. So this should be water 1 stronghold, I think. Stronghold advances ship 5 points this round, and it advances them on the shipping track, which is what they want. That helps them get to E4. All really nice stuff. I believe that that's what's happening. That's really clever for this Mermaids game. Yeah, it's water 1 and stronghold. Nice. Well, we don't want to lose that rush, so we are going to grab water 1 here. Even though air 1 should be a comparable number of points. The other move that we could have done was just build the prospectors stronghold, but Darklings get air 1 going, so they should probably be building D8 as a TP this round then, I suspect is what's going to happen. No, they can't build that. So they just have to use their priests because they're out of stuff. That's pretty neat. Once that tile is freed up, I will join them happily. Or I will just pop back onto it. Because I will have a fair number of TPs next round. Darklings want to redo. Yeah, they turn A10, which is probably a better use of their priests. They could come after D8 at some point as well. Goats can build out all of these structures this game for sure. Getting to 15 might be tricky. The more I look at it, the more I feel like maybe I should still come after these guys. Like, that third town still feels very good to me. Now, like, I could just hit my remaining hexes with shipping. Like, H3, B2, B1, A1 looks pretty good for 4 hexes, but as long as I'm getting 4 hexes anyway, they might as well form a town, right? So, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, goats do take the ship town, which means that E3 is definitely under some threat. Yeah, let's build the TP here, and then we'll advance ship. And if we're allowed to make a town, then we will. And if not, then maybe we try to bridge town, something like sketch like that. Got a little bit of welcome leech here. If I'm mermaids, what town am I taking here? Maybe I take a ship town if I'm mermaids, and just make like a totally disgusting number of points off of this. They don't make the town for the moment, but yeah, they have a spade in hand too, and a priest in hand. Yeah, well, that doesn't look good to me. Darklings are going to pass. They're going to be at 72. One more town coming in and better cults than us. Plus a boatload of points off of their pass tiles. Or off of Water 1 and Earth 1 and 12 priests. Or 6 priests. So they have 12 points coming off the priests. Probably 7 more points coming off of Air 1. That's 19. It's 91 points. Probably the dwelling round, they can build out, let's say that they can build out 4 dwellings in the dwelling round. That's 8 points, 99. Then let's say they build 3 more TPs this game. That's 18, that's 117. Then if they get second in network, that's like 129. And if they get, let's call it 16 points on the cults. Darklings are probably in like the mid 140s this game. That's excluding some passing points and some ship advances, maybe like 150. Low 150s. We have a long way to go to try to catch that. Hopefully we can make it. We won't have as many points coming in off the dwelling and TP rounds because, yeah, I mean, we just won't, right? Because we already have built a lot of our structures. So Darklings, of course, are a good example of a build-up type faction that I was talking about. We are going to make this TP for sure. That TP is 3 coins just straight up. It doesn't even lose us a worker. There's no way we're not building that TP. Darklings are opening next round's coins. We're going to grab D3, and then we might try to bridge town through here if we can. I'm assuming that goats are going to take E3 away from us, which will make us sad. Oh my god, no mermaids, no! No! Wow, this is absolutely huge for Darklings. That's insane. This is insane for Darklings. This also makes mermaids more likely to try to dig B2. They might be thinking that this is their town as opposed to B3. Like, They really should have just taken A8. Well, that completely sucks. That's very unfortunate for us. Um, this timing also means that it's probably just right for us to take this. But we do just get their pass tile, probably. Goats are probably going to take a long round here, so it's just too good. I think it's just too good not to do this. These 3 coins are just too good not to do this. And part of that is me thinking that I have a good chance at landing on this as well. And if there's a way that I can pass on to this and then this in round 6, that would be amazing. So we're going to live the dream. We're going to assume that we're going to live the dream. Yeah, goats come over here. They are going to carve their 3rd town. So that's unfortunate, but alas, such is life. Life is not always fortunate. You know what? I'm going to build D3. I think mermaids have to pass now, but goats are not going to pass without using the spade. And if they do pass without using the spade, that's a very unexpected move, and I can't really blame myself for it. So I think that I'm going to build D3. I'm going to be extremely greedy and build D3. And then I assume that goats will take E3. And then I will grab these hexes next round. Yeah, that's the play. Mermaids look like they're in a really strong spot, honestly. They might not be landing on this tile. They're really considering it. They don't want TPs at the end of next round. They don't have neighbors either. But they can get a neighbor on E4. Oh man, that's brutal though. Like this thing doesn't give them more economy than this either. So this also hurts my passing dreams quite a bit. Let's see. Yeah, well, now we said that we were taking this. I think that still applies. Oops. That was probably the wrong move. I could have gotten 2 more points, and I really should have saved that tower. I don't know why I did that. That was just me being stupid. Mermaids threw me off by with their I mean, I just made the wrong read. Yeah. Okay. Goats are going to go for their 3rd town here. I am probably going to try to go for a 3rd town here. So this round, I'm just going to go B2 A5. I think. Wait, what did goats do? Did they take a power spade? Goats have had an insane economy this game. They are going to be able to build this hex and this hex next. Well, good for them. Might just become the case that the 3rd town is not worth it for us. We'll see. Stay tuned. Yeah, that was quite bad. I'm pretty sad about my decision there. Mermaids in the chat are taunting me. I mean, it's fair, like, I exposed myself like that. But I don't have great regrets about what I did. I'm very disappointed by this Mermaid's decision. I really think that they were supposed to pass for this TP tile. Because they will run out of dwellings. Like, they just have to go 1, 2, 3. They have 4 free blues that they can reach on only on the shipping that they have. So they want to TP to build that last one anyway. So it's like, who do we think is going to pass first, right? Like, I think that there's a very good case that it's not Mermaids. I think that they've made it very unlikely for them to get themselves a pass down in the final round. And goats do take that tile, so we basically have no route to getting it now. They're going to have a very, very long round, I think. We're going to need to seriously look for some answers here, because digging this C2 hex might just be beyond our capability without a coins action. And then we still need a bridge, probably. We're just going to build B3, A5, and then see what happens, I think. Because do we actually make worker income off that last one? We don't. So yeah, our worker income is very awkward right now. Yeah, that is not good by mermaids, but I did kind of see it coming. Yeah, I really don't think that was good by them, but they did what they did. So, I guess I do have to respond. Didn't want to have to do this, but let's take a ship town. We probably need the economy now. Darklings will take A7, but that's okay. We'll probably come down here next. Really wanted to get some cult towns, but unfortunately circumstances have not permitted for that. I also probably wanted to down convert there. They've changed the settings a little bit. We'll just build H3. I don't think we're going to get to 3 ship here. Oh hey, Darkling's left A7, so probably I grab this guy. Probably I take this in H3 or something. But it's not worth it. If I build that much stuff, then I'm in trouble for coins action. I take A7 for sure. I want people to build near me down here. This is not too bad for mermaids. Mermaids will be able to 2-town up here. Though I'm going to deny them this neighbor, so they're going to struggle to... This is probably just 1 town, actually. So I don't particularly like this. Like, they had enough neighbors for TPs, and they blew all their coins here, so They lost themselves e4 as well, which, I mean, they definitely chose that. So, yeah, I think that really hurt both of us, and it helped darklings quite a bit. Like they built c4, helped darklings. They took away b2, hurt me. I mean, you can't really control other players' actions, so it's whatever. And now that we are getting darklings neighbors, I suppose we're going to do this. Yeah, so that, by the way, just totally kicked away any possibility of a third town. But I think I basically accepted that. I can't get out this dwelling. Even if I were to build this fourth TP or this third TP, I don't have enough stuff to build H3. So I think we're just going to pass here. We're going to take the 7 coins here, and we're going to take a coins action. So we'll have 24 coins and 9 workers to work with. Actually, do we need a worker check? We want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need 8 workers for all of our structures here, and then 3 workers for this. So we need 11 workers. One of our priests can be used to advance ship, so. To be fair, like Mermaid's game is pretty good. Like it's better than I expected for sure. Like if I'm thinking about who to blame for this, like if I'm thinking about where my mistake was, G2 is probably my mistake. I probably was supposed to take G2. Yeah, getting no cult points and no third town, it's probably just too much to overcome at this point. I should still win network outright, but that's probably not quite enough here. Well, time to settle in for a very, very long non-round here. Um, our opponents are going to try to, some of them are going to try to pass quickly, some of them are going to try to pass slowly. It's going to take a while. Mermaids will be able to get this tile though. So that tile plus the town, they probably are winning. I don't see how I'm beating them. They have both scoring favors. They already have as many points as I do. They have more TPs left on their board. They're better than me on cults. Yeah. I will beat them on network, but that's about it. So my round is probably TP, dwelling. I think I'm going to end with 3 structures left on my board, which I guess is actually not going to be darklings, but probably beats mermaids. And actually, I guess it's not beating goats either. Wow, this is a very, very mediocre game. I might be taking a 4th here. Should have. So the D4 build was probably wrong. Probably it was supposed to be G2, and then I do get this western town if I do that. So that's probably where it went wrong. Round 1, I probably should have just gone F3 G2 as opposed to this D4 nonsense, which I thought was like pretty clever, but ultimately didn't really help me. I will still take 2 for 1s. That said, I mean, goats had made all 3 of their towns, and they're only at 49 points. I don't think that they're going to find a 4th town here. It looks like they can't access these hexes up here. They should be able to build some more hexes at least down through here. They're going to be able to reach. Yeah, goats are actually going to win network, which is pretty cool. But they're going to win network. They're going to beat me by 30 on the cults. Yeah. We were probably going to tie. Do darklings beat us in network? Are darklings getting to 15? They would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more workers. They have 13 workers. Yeah, they could do it. Yeah, darklings could definitely do it. They just need to build D8 and I10 here. Yeah, so it might just be 4th place for us. I think that we might beat goats simply because goats have so few victory points, but they are on the TP tile, so they are going to pass and get some points. Water too, which is a bad choice, but it's fine. We're going to make 3 TPs. Next round, we're going to make air 1. We're going to ship advance. So that's 18 plus 4, 22. 22 points plus, 18 plus 4. So 18 points from water from the TPs, plus 4 points from air 1, that's 22, plus 4 points for the ship advance. 26 plus H3, that's a dwelling. Earth 1, that's 28. So 28 points, 114. And then we're tied for second on network, 123. Then we got down like 1 more dwelling. Other than that, it's not good. If we can get down to 15 structures and tie for network, like that's a bit better, but it's still not very good. Yeah, CS's game, on the other hand, is just absolutely on fire. I love this Darklings game. This is kind of like the platonic ideal of Darklings game. They only need 1 ship to connect this game. They're going to get B6. and A13. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 workers, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 workers. Yeah, they have exactly the workers that they need to like pull off the perfect game here for darklings. So they are going to get to 15 structures. Goats are probably going to get to 15ish. They could even get to 16, but I think that like they need 4 more hexes to get to 16. They could feasibly pull that off. That would be pretty neat if they did manage that. Darklings coins wise need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 11. Plus another one of these is 14, plus 3 dwellings is 20. 20 coins plus a ship advance. So they're going to need a ship town. But I think that'll be entirely fine for them. Or even, yeah, the ship town's gone, so they might take a power town to get it done. Or just, if they get some leech, they should be fine. I'm not worried about darklings. If they only get to 14, that's a good swing for me, but we'll see how likely that is to actually go down that way. Mermaids do have some chances to get some natural blues. They can get G3, H4. I am hopeful that goats will cut them off if they see that this is where their grays are at. Mermaids don't get onto a pass tile, so that's nice. Darklings do get onto a pass tile, so that's not nice. Trying to figure out if I can get out all of my structures. If I can get down to 15, like just worker wise, it seems tight, right? I would need a worker's action in addition to this coin's action, because there's no way I'm getting this done without a coin's action. I already need 20 coins if I want to get all these structures, so I do need that coin's action, and plus that would involve this dig as well. To get the workers action as well, and all that leech feels a little unlikely. But hey, we'll see. I mean, we got a little bit of what our goal here, right? Oh man, are the goats going to try this town? I kind of feel like the goats are going to try this town, and they're going to let mermaids get 3 more hexes. Yeah, that is what they're doing. Sad. Very sad. But in doing so, they should be giving me quite a bit of leech. Unfortunately, it also gives Darkling quite a bit of leech, but such is life. Yeah, mermaids are going to be able to get down to 3 structures, it looks like. They might need a power town, so that's good. They're going to try really hard to get 3 towns. They're going to go temple, TP, expensive TPs up here. It's not going to work. That's not going to work. They should surrender and just go for a town here, but settle for just 1 more town. In fact, I think that they were supposed to do it already, but whatever. Hopefully their mistake will be my gain. Goats will go for their 4th town, though. I mean, can't blame them. I'll be joining them on H3 if I get a chance. I do like this water 2 a bit more now that I realize that it's going to get them an extra priest. That's very neat. It's also very neat that they're at 14 structures already. They could get to 16. Honestly, why not 16, right? Thankfully, they don't have water 1. That should give me a very, very small advantage against them. They don't have enough structures left to build, honestly, which is also going to slightly be a point in my favor versus them. We're always taking this. I don't need to overthink that. So our round goes TP E4, then build this hex. Darklings aren't shipping yet, so yeah, I think that Darklings have this. That's going to be my prediction. They have enough on the cults. They have enough on network. They have another town. They have water 1. They have air 1. They have this pass tile. And they have the Darklings priest ability. So I think that it is Darklings with this one by a fair margin. Don't know between the three of us. I think that it's close between the three of us, though, which is pretty sad, but such is life. It'd be pretty funny if I just dug I4. I could do that to the goats. Just kill their last town. They need to... Well, I probably can't, right? They're going to make a TP here. And I will take the leech because I'm desperate. Let's count real quick the coins that we need. If we want... They're going to undo this move. 5, 14, 20. 20 plus this 4 for the ship advance. Can't realistically happen, right? If I get a lot of leech from mermaids. So I need 4 more coins to get this dig, is the issue, in order to get out all my structures. So does that mean that I do want to upgrade here? Like, I need 3 power for... I would need 3 power to get... 3 power for 1 worker. I could use the priest as another, plus 4 more power for a dig. It just seems unlikely, so I think I would rather take free leeches than 2 for 1s here. Goats just keep chugging away and taking every leech that they can get their hands on. I love it. Though goats did take away a hex from mermaids, so that's kind of nice. Darklings continue to deny me leech, so it is good that I didn't upgrade A7. This should be a ship town, I believe. I could be wrong. Maybe Darklings just think that they can't get, that it's not worth it for them to try to go Air 1, TP, and these dwellings, and the ship advance. But I think Air 1, TP... Oh, they already have Air 1. Okay, so that's extra not worth it to go for another... Like, they could go for Fire 3, but, like, is that really that good? Sources say maybe no. Just the 11-pointer is 11 points, or the 8-pointer is swings against me, likely. So I like that quite a bit for them. Yeah, so knowing that I wasn't getting a third town, probably the stronghold was better here. Yeah, probably the stronghold was better. But it does look like Darklings are coming away with the win now. They took the 11-pointer indeed. They will advance ship once and then build 2 dwellings, it looks like. So that'll be 2 points from the ship advance, plus, actually, they might not build that many structures. Oh, they totally could. Maybe they use this 5 power priest or something to build these guys and then advance ship twice. Because yeah, they're on this tile, which gives them a lot of points for passing. I think we counted that. We just don't have that many points left. So mermaids do upgrade C1 before I get a chance to do anything cool. Fine. Darklings are never giving me leech, so there's no point in upgrading A7. Mermaids continue not to upgrade, like, to form a town. They might just be trying to see what they've got. I don't know why the goats upgraded down here. They probably should have just given me leech. Like, are they that desperate to avoid giving me leech, or what? Like, or are they just not thinking about that? Okay, I am going to get leech from them here now, right? Alright. So at this point, if I manage to get 4 more, like, power, as in, like, 8 more leech, then I do have a town. Or not a town, rather, but then I do have 15 structures. So do I seek that? Goats are still taking the 2-for-1s. They are very consistent, if nothing else. I won't say they've got nothing else. They've got 3 towns and more, so. The bad thing is that they took this bridge. They shouldn't have taken that bridge, because they had this town already. This did save them on shipping needs, though, which is cool. Okay, mermaids did kick away 3 towns, so they could have just taken that town earlier. And it was just a misstep that they didn't, looks like. It's fine by me. They now have 3 dwellings that they can build. Looks like they took a power town, so they can make this TP as well as 1, 2. They have a spade in hand. Yep. Looks like they do have enough stuff to get down to 3 structures, so it would be really, really nice if we can get this leech. So we are going to do this and look for 2-for-1s from goats. It's probably too late at this point, but actually, what's going to happen next? We should figure that out. Goats actually need a big building next. They want their stronghold. No, it's fine. It's fine. I was going to upgrade here in hopes that goats built their stronghold on I6, but it's not worth it. I will take the 2-for-1s on I4 if I'm offered them, but goats continue to take leech. Wow, they are just utterly unafraid. I admire it. I admire the courage. I mean, honestly, goats have me beat, right? They've got me beat by like 40 in the end game, and they had this town coming. And it's not an exaggeration, it's literally 40 points in the end game. And mermaids have me beat in the end game too, so yeah. This was a really rough game for us. CS does go for a temple and TP line, which is, I don't love that. Takes fire 3. Okay. This is enough for a TP and dwelling. Oh my god, this stream has gone on for 2 hours now. This is just not the game that I wanted to last this long, unfortunately, but you always get what you want, obviously. This time has been pretty rough. Don't love complaining about it, but it is true. Honestly, we did make big mistakes this game, though. Like, this d4 hex was a big mistake from the beginning. If I had just gone for g2 instead, let goats have this, but prioritize g2, then I'm definitely 3-towning. I almost certainly beat goats here because, yeah, they're never getting out of g1, so I always town through here in that case, and then I'm just likely winning this game. I also don't need 3 ship to connect in that case. 3 ship was like a vanity expense, though I might 3 ship anyway to get up here. My last town can just be a crappy economic town anyway, so I get up here anyway for my last town. So yeah, I mean, I made my own mistakes this game. There's nothing to really complain about. So mermaids have advanced their shipping. They want to come here. Oh, they can only build 2 more structures, can't they? Yeah, even if they build 3 more, they'll still be at -4. So at least they're not getting that. They're going to build 2 dwellings and 1 TP. I think they have that. So that would be 6 plus 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they can build 2 dwellings and 1 more TP. So that'd be 10 plus. That'd be 10 more points. So 120. 120. Let's call this 120 plus 10 is 130. So 130. They're looking at 130. We're looking at like 9 network points plus 6 more points on. Oh, they did upgrade the stronghold here and gave me leech. Ugh. All of these decisions that make me feel worse about not building a temple, or that not upgrading and getting myself better leech positions. I don't have any more trading houses, do I? Okay. I can build another dwelling, but I don't want to do that yet. I think we always need to advance our shipping. Darklings fight the fire cult. They're going to advance ship with their last action, I guess. So wait, so Darklings aren't building 2 more structures, are they? That seems good, right? So maybe we're getting 12 points on network? That would be pretty nice. Yeah, Darklings don't have Earth 1, so they don't really want to build those dwellings. So, but this means that mermaids are going to tie them on network, which also doesn't seem particularly good to me. Should I hit Mermaid's Network then? Digging this should be a lot of points against Mermaids. I think I can afford this dig. Yeah, this dig feels like it's right. So let's say Mermaids build this and I take the leech. But I get out my last structure then. Let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 4 to dig this hex. If my temple gets me a power, then it's enough. But again, getting to 15 might not be that important because it's not, I don't need 15 to beat darklings or mermaids anymore. That extra dwelling just doesn't seem that important right now. So I think 13 is enough to beat both darklings and mermaids. Am I losing to darklings either way? Darklings don't even look like they're building one more dwelling anymore. They're going to advance ship and build one more TP. So darklings will be at 116 plus for the ship advance plus 6 is 122. 122 plus they're going to be at 20 on the cults, it looks like, or 16 on the cults. 16 on the cults for darklings. Plus they pass for 10. So 16 plus 10 is 26. 26 points. Sorry, okay, one more time. Ship advance 3, TP 6, that's 9 points, 122. They pass for 10, 132. They have 16 on the cults, 148. I don't think I'm ever competitive with 148, so hurting the mermaids network. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to have 5 stuff on their board. Darklings will have 5 stuff on their board. I think I can just afford to dig this guy pretty happily. No, I'm not going to block. I'm just not going to block. Blocking doesn't seem like the right play here. I'm going to temple for air 1. I mean, I could live to regret this moment. But there's definitely like a case to be made that all that I should be doing for my remaining actions is just sending priest, building my last TP and sending priests to cults. Mermaids will have 3 network. I will have 12, so I'll be plus 9 on them in network. They have 8 more points coming in from TP plus dwelling. And they're beating me by around 9 on the cults. Don't know if I have enough to close that gap. Right. So taking a bunch of leech to make this final thing happen doesn't make any sense because I don't need to contest that network anymore. So I probably was supposed to send this final priest to fire, but mermaids did indeed beat me there, so that's sad. Um, darklings can no longer use this leech. They're just going to advance their ship for their last action, 123 or 122. So I guess our last priest goes to the water cult. Wait, are they not even getting this? Let's see if goats give them leech. If they do, then I'll just dig H4. And then I'll get 0 network points. That would be pretty nice. Yeah, we'll see if the goats give them leech. Darklings can't give them leech. They don't have enough stuff to build this H4 dwelling. So, mermaids did not get leech. Okay, cool. So we'll just send this. Darklings don't have any tricks. And then hilariously, that's basically it, I think. There's nothing left for me to do. So we've got 3 resource points, 4 points for Arrow 1, 117. Mermaids will have 118. Assuming they get no free leech. Maybe 119. I'm up 12 on them in network, so that should be enough, I think. I have 4 points on the cults, which is pretty decent. We're discussing what's happening in this game. Mermaids think that their biggest bad break was not getting the ship tile, which, yeah, I mean, like, I don't think that they were supposed to get that after the way that it was played. But the round went down. The other thing that I think is that mermaids honestly gave away the game. Like CS thinks that mermaids were supposed to win. I think that mermaids gave away the game by this C4 and B2. I think that these were two digs that took the game away from me, hurt mermaids themselves, and gave the game to darklings. It looked to me like mermaids had a town here and a town here, and then they just let darklings have this. They don't build this hex. They don't give darklings leech. They let darklings just starve over here, and then they come down here and make their third town. They had every chance to get E4, F2, H2, and they kind of let this happen to themselves. So I don't feel bad. There's nothing for us to do here, I think. So and we could buy workers and then temple for like air 3 or something. Compared to just having, so we would lose 4 points for that to happen. We would gain 2 points, take away 1 point from mermaids. Doesn't seem to make a lot of sense. Yeah, so that's that. This game was way too long, but it's okay. So we beat mermaids by 12 on network. Let's say they get one more leech, that they're at 119. So it's +5. I'm +12 in network. They're +10 in cults, or they're +4 in cults. So I beat mermaids by like 1 point. Oh, I have 7 points in the cults. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 points. They have 10 points. So they're +3 in cults. Yeah. All right, 3 points in cults. I probably shouldn't get so bothered by what mermaids are saying. Like, as they pointed out, they're not that strong a player. They're probably not taking it that seriously, or like they're still learning. They don't know for sure. I'm just bothered when like they make a bad move and then say like, oh, this and that, you know. And I think I have the goats. They don't have any more favor tiles, so like this is just a dig advance. They're at 79. Then yeah, they can get to what, 79 here, and then they have a resource point 80. 80. This is 108, 126 or something. We're going to be at like in the 130ish range. Very low scoring, but yeah, we're at 117 +12, 129 +5 points on the cults. 134-ish. Not good, but this is 138 plus some decent cults. Yeah, this is 150. Man, what is going on here? This is air 1, I guess. That was definitely worse than a dig advance, but it's fine. It's not that much worse than dig advance because they converted a bunch of priests, but we could have just done dig advances and ship advances instead. Air 1 is definitely worse, but it's fine. They're also still learning. Yeah, so mermaids are +5 here. I'm +12 elsewhere. So, but I also have the resource points, so I'm beating mermaids by like a couple there. Do the goats have me beat? Is that possible? I don't think it's impossible. If 97 plus 12. No, they're below 130. Just barely, but they should be below 130. All right. This stream has been stupidly long, and the chat has been annoying me quite a bit. But I'm still gonna do just a quick run through of what happened. Like, this is really really painful. Like I did not come here to play a game like this. So, um, yeah. Um, the chat is annoying me, but I should probably just not be bothered by that. Like, he is, just like chatting and playing the game. So we got 3 coins actions. That's what you want as prospectors. We took a bridge. And yeah, that's all that we really did over here. That makes a lot of sense. We got a lot of coins this game, but honestly, like, this number can be a lot bigger for prospectors. All right, so here's what went down this game. We took Earth 1 and Water 1, so that's pretty good. We didn't hit the scoring track particularly well, in large part because we built out too many of our structures too early. Darklings were able to save their structures late, so as we said, this was a good game for building up then out. So, I mean, to be fair, I was bidding Darklings, I was correctly being the one to bid on Darklings at first, but honestly, I think that Mermaids gave Darklings so many good breaks this game that I'm fairly sad about. They got really good Water 1, Air 1 points, which, I mean, that's definitely good for them. There wasn't a lot of passing points this game, but I was able to get on it twice, unfortunately. If Mermaids, again, like Mermaids, if they had just taken the TP tile the round where I took the ship tile, then maybe I would have been able to pass after them and hit that TP tile again. Instead, they took the power tile so that they could double dig my hex, and they didn't wind up forming a town out of it. So, like, that's very, very sad. Yeah, this is what went down because of that. We got second on network, which is fine in this color matchup. We might have hoped to do a little better here, but it's also fine. And we ended up with some stuff because we realized that, oh, we shouldn't be taking leech anymore, and we don't need to contest network. We sent that priest to a cult instead, and I think that we were pretty happy to do so. And so this says that we dug 10 times with golden spades. Darklings hilariously only need to dig 7 times with their priests because they use the bonus spades a lot and cult spades instead. And they didn't wind up building that many structures, which they didn't need to. Also nice when you don't have Earth 1, and then you still get gifted 6 network points. Yeah, I mean, Darklings didn't play the most precise game at the end, but they still managed it, and Goats hilariously lost 29 points due to a leech, so that is what cost them that. Mermaids had a big head start, but they just weren't able to score that many points. They didn't get good leech, which is also what we kind of expected. So, thanks everyone for watching. It was a quiet one tonight. Not the greatest game, but, you got to see prospectors in action. We got to see like the Goats, like, The goats lost 30 points due to leech, but they still played a four-town game, which is pretty damn cool. Like they had 28 points here and 18 points on the end game network. So it is just kind of fun to see something like that come together. That's up. Blabbed on for long enough. It's really late. Thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next time.